All right, folks, strap in because I am cutting straight to the chase. Six Flags Fiesta Texas slaps. Let me tell you, folks, I've been to a lot of parks. I've been to a lot of Six Flags, and I've run the gamut on all the things that can go wrong in a titular Six Flags day. In my travels across the Six Flags chain, I've seen operations running slower than a wacky worm in the winter. I've seen theming worse than a 6th grade pep rally. I've seen more vomit on the ground than a Roman dinner party. So considering all of that, Six Flags Fiesta Texas, located in San Antonio, Texas, made me rethink the way I think about Six Flags parks. And although my visit to Fiesta Texas started out like any typical theme park visit, it slowly morphed into what felt like an exception to the Six Flags rule. Fiesta Texas is a prized jewel in a collection that has it all: amazing coasters, record-breaking flats, a fantastic setting, and truly beautiful theming. It feels like a miracle that this park exists. A Six Flags park without compromise, a park where you aren't compelled to begrudgingly say, if only things were different, again and again and again. Where to start with Fiesta Texas? Well, how about the entrance? The moment I stepped foot into the park proper, I got the feeling that things might be different here, as if I had somehow been transported to an alternate dimension where Six Flags was Disney and Disney was Six Flags. Okay, it isn't actually that good, but nevertheless, I was still unabashedly impressed. Even though the first coaster you see is a boomerang, they still managed to make it look good, and that's an accomplishment all of its own. And I actually liked this boomerang. In fact, I liked about every single coaster I rode here except that thing. Which isn't to say it's bad, I'm just not a fan of SNS free spins. But this one is the first free spin, which means riding it is like participating in history, which instantly makes it cooler and therefore the best SNS free spin. Aside from the meme coasters, you have a Batman clone that gave me the best Batman clone ride I've ever had. There's the terrain-conforming Arrow Mine Train, Roadrunner Express, which is legitimately better than some other star attractions at lesser parks. There's Pandemonium, the kinda cool, kinda boring Gerstlauer spinning coaster. You've got Poltergeist, which is Flight of Fear, but outdoors, which is worse, but that's okay, because then you get into the big boys. Oh yeah, you have Iron Rattler, an RMC that rightly contends as one of the best coasters in the whole country. This thing is incredible. Then, boom, you get hit by Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster. That's another absolute banger, completely insane and unforgettable ride. Superman Krypton coaster, one of the best B&M floorlesses out there. And I'll remind you that all of this is in the same park. Sure, there are parks like Magic Mountain and Cedar Point that have ridiculous coaster collections, but I'm telling you, Fiesta Texas competes with some of these guys just based on the quality of its coasters alone. And then let's get into the theming, because although my expectations were low, I was still seriously impressed. I had the pleasure of visiting the park during the holiday season, and the festive decorations throughout the park were absolutely fantastic. String lights everywhere, seasonal tableaus and props, a projection on the quarry wall. It just all came together to set a really pleasant mood. But even if you set the Christmas time extras aside, you're still left with 6 separately themed areas that, unlike other Six Flags parks, actually try and succeed at providing atmosphere. First, you have the included water park, Whitewater Bay, which I didn't visit, but from what I've seen, looks pretty good, especially for an essentially free admission. Then you have that entrance area named Los Festivales that is not only well themed, but actually connected to the surrounding Hispanic culture of San Antonio, so extra points there. Moving on, there's Crack Axel Canyon, home to Iron Rattler. Oof. Love that ride. Spossburg, themed after a traditional German village. Rockville, a 50s area. Fiesta Bay Boardwalk, you guessed it, boardwalk area. And last but not least, the obligatory DC Universe area, home to all the Batman, Superman, Joker, Wonder Woman, blah, blah, blah. Now, granted, some of these areas definitely have more to do than others, but none of the less exciting sections are that unpleasant to detract from the overall experience. And then there's the price. This is a Six Flags park, which means your basic entrance fee is gonna be pretty cheap. Of course, there are your extras, your meal deals, and your flash pass, but overall, a very reasonable price of admission for such a great collection of rides. And if you're looking for the ultimate Fiesta Texas experience, you can purchase a VIP tour that gives you food credits and instant front-of-the-line access to every single attraction in the park, as long as the rides are operating, which of course is always an issue, but you get to treat the whole place like a personal playground, which sounds pretty incredible. There are also some notable flat rides here too, including a giant, monstrous Zamperla Discovery with excellent theming, and even a neat pirate-themed interactive dark ride that I surprisingly really enjoyed. Again, it's not Disney, but it's pretty dang cool, and I think that counts for something. So after hearing all of that, you're probably not surprised to hear that this is one of my absolute favorite Six Flags parks. It might even be my number one. It's not so large that it's uncomfortable to walk around. It's not a collection of coasters stitched together with boring stretches of asphalt. This is a full-on, well-designed, coaster-filled theme park, and I cannot wait to go back and experience more. So there you have it, my full review of Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Let me know what you think about this park and what your experiences here have been like. What's your favorite coaster in the park? Is it Iron Rattler? Is it Wonder Woman? What are you looking forward to getting when you're riding here? Is it Flight of Fear, but outdoors? Drop a comment below if you have the answer. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out all of our other videos as well. I've been Adam with Theme Park Blitz, Six Flags Fiesta Texas Slaps, and I'll see you in our next video.